Okay, to be fair, it's a bit of a lie. It's no longer a Kickstarter, but you can find them all down below in the description with fairyfinance.com. And hey, we're doing something else today. Um, for people who know me, I have had a standing banner for a good long time, and I am currently working on a different one. Let's see if I can show you an example. There we go. There we go. So that's the one I have right now. And what we're going to be coloring, because I literally just finished the inks, is this beauty. So we got everybody in there so far, with all characters. So we got Atsi, we got Grund, we got Zephyr, which is the main character of Life On Cora number 7. We have Fru right here. Of course, Oxton and Toiven, and Octus and Kelly. So that's everybody so far. And I knew I needed a new banner for a while. But yeah, like coming around to it and doing it, okay. So I put on my big boy pants and I started working on it. And that means that we're going to get things done today. Also, I'm missing my glove because at Dutch Comic Con, I kind of hastily just put everything together, and I'm not entirely sure where it is. I think it's in the big crate with all the other things from the event. It'll come back. I'm not too worried. It's not the worst to not have it. It's just a little more comfy um, when drawing on a screen because it makes your hand glide a little easier. So we're going to first of all grab colors. So I'm going to take the back cover, which has all the standard colors of every character, and block color them in. I'm gonna start with the base color right here. So this should be first shown on CastleFest in 4 weeks. But doing it now during my animation show, and I'm kind of sorry because I know people really like seeing the anime, means that I have time to work on a different project that Luz and I are working on right now. And that needs full attention for a bit, for a lot longer, for a lot more time, and so I'm gonna put my effort on this for today, and I hope you understand. And next time we're just gonna go straight back to proper animation. But yeah, let's make a banner, guys. Because the one that I have it's outdated. It's not representing the energy and um, the feeling that I have for these stories, and so I want something a bit more powerful, a bit more dynamic. Because the one that I have right now is pretty much hastily put together. It's an old concept, like one of the first digital concepts that he did for the world, together with a very well, the back cover of Life On Cora 1 through 4. I'm like, yeah, I can do better, right? We can do a little better. So that's what we're gonna do. I just couldn't decide on a design until very recently, so that's what we're doing. So that is the main color of Etsy. Then we have Octos right here. And in a few minutes, I'm going to have to ask my lovely wife what the color of fruit is.
The palest purple you have.
I can go very pale. And the point is, when it stops being purple and it starts being white.
Yeah, well, just before that.
Yes, dear. If people don't know, Luz and I created Lava Cora Fruit and the Building Blossoms in 24 hours last year during the campaign for Lava Cora Volume 1. And that was fun. It was intense. We're never going to do that again.
Oh, maybe.
Well, maybe, but not in the same way. I think if I ever do a challenge like this again, first of all, I want.
We weren't prepared to do it with two.
We were not prepared to do it with two people, first of all. And I think just doing a full 48-hour challenge with more people would be way more fun. And that way we can just divert attention a little, so people can actually sleep. Because if people remember, I did not sleep the entirety of the 24 hours. We got like 21 hours in, and I had to throw in the towel. I could not go on anymore. And I hate that I did. But on the other hand, like I'm only one guy, and yeah, sometimes you gotta take your losses. Hey, Donna, how are you doing, sweetheart? We're doing something different today. We're not animating because I have to work on a new convention banner, and time is short. So I'm prioritizing this over animation because that is a long-term project, and this is one that needs to be done short-term. Oh, thank you. I actually agree. Like we put down something really cool, and I'm very proud of the story. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it, hands down. It's so it was so much fun to explore a new area, um, and it's gonna be great to get further in that, like to explore it more, you know. And I know Luce has ideas. Hey, Carl. I know Luce has more ideas for the character. I of course want to show off what not what it looks like in my head because I have aphasia, but what it can look like if I give myself the time to go 100% on it. You know, just make it as alive as I possibly can. Do 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 flat colors. Pow. There we go. And Groot. You're an idiot. Maybe, but I'll be a flying idiot. And that's how I sell this comic book.
Mhm. That is true.
Aurora is in bed and should asterisk 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 stay asleep for now. We wake her up one more time around 9 now to give her one extra um, feed at 9 p.m. because she's been bothering us for the last week um, and waking up every hour, which is very intense and very hard to handle. Hmm. Beep, 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 beep. And again, flood coloring doesn't have to take very long. It's one of my least favorite bits of the creative process when it comes to going further than inks. Um, but that being said, it's something therapeutic as well. Like it's easy going. You don't really quickly make mistakes. Yeah. Oh, no, I need a different page. That one. Yeah, no, I know, right? It's just taking your time. You don't have to worry too much. You just you focus and you get done. And it's nice and calming. Hmm. I'm actually gonna try and actually completely finish this tonight because it's not that hard, not that much work. As long as I get the flat colors down, I can go pretty fast. So yeah, this is digitally inked, by the way. Um, if you couldn't tell, I personally really can, but I'm used to seeing my inks in all kinds of ways. So personally, I think it shows, especially in like little lines like these where it drags in a weird way. Um, I don't really care, but it is something that just does not happen in traditional inks. Um,
Oh,
just like that. I need to color sepia. Luckily, he's front and foremost on this cover. That is not the page that I need. There we go. That's the base color I need. I need to hit up Aristine to see how she is doing. Um, no, actually I don't, because um, the reason I make it so detailed is because I know my coloring is very easy. You will see that um, this is not going to take all that much time when it comes down to it, because um, I'm not a great colorist. I'm the first to admit it. I'm not great at coloring. I'm not. It's not my favorite thing to do. Um, Still, if I need to do it, I'll do it, and I'm getting better. Like I'll admit, I'm getting better, but it's not, the best thing. It's not where my heart lies. Um, the sketch for once is actually pretty close to the inking, um, because it just saves me a lot of time to make the sketch a little cleaner, um, as compared to um, let's see, my usual comic page. Make a couple of circles and everything comes out in the inks. Well, most things come out in the inks. Um, Especially backgrounds. Like, yada yada yada, there will be a tree here. Spent 3 hours on said tree in the inking, 5 seconds in the sketch. And you may be asking, why? Well, because I like trees. Trees are cool. But in all reality, it's just what I do, really. Um, and I found that my inking is better and more free if I let the background um, detail itself as I go. Um, and a good example of that is a very recent commission I did for Damien Warburn, um, for his series Realmer X, which I was privileged to make a variant cover for, and that should come out in October. So once that goes live, you will see me promote the hell out of it, because hell yeah, I made a cover for it. And of course, Kelly Austin's commission for the Atomic Stories anthology. Like, the backgrounds, like, they have their basic lines down, but shading, um, details, textures, that is all in the inks. Before, like none of that comes in the sketch. And don't get me wrong, there is something to be said about sketching out everything before going into inks. Um, someone call me? No. Um, the thing is, if you put that much detail in your sketch, your inks are going to look stiff. Always. because you're gonna go from that has this very soft, easy edge to bam, this is it. Like this is the line. You're not gonna get back from making this line. And one way to avoid that is just not worry too much about the sketch. Um, and afterwards, worry even less about the inks. And I know a lot of younger artists that will go absolutely ham on a sketch to hate their inking because don't they don't trust themselves with their hand yet. They don't trust themselves to um, finish the piece that they started, and they'll end up with very dodgy lines because they were concentrating too much on getting the perfect lines, whereas the perfect line doesn't exist. And yeah, like when I was thinking this, I'll hands down, um, there were plenty of times where I did line, Control Z, line, Control Z, line, Control Z. The thing is, like, I did it because it actually looked off, and like, I don't like Plex like nowadays I won't do Plex like this, but this is how I drew Groomed 4 years ago. This is him still, and it's still Etsy, and they have their own characteristics. They have their own style. It's a style that I drew long ago, and that is not so much gone, it's grown. It's different. And I'm forgetting a huge detail that I always forget. Her nose is purple. Ah, boy. I think that is all characters. Yeah. Now I gotta do Groon's Flying Machine, for which I will go to let's see, recolor. I need there we go. Ah, man, yeah. I got further recoloring too. I'm actually gonna do myself a favor. I color under the characters so I don't have to worry too much, and I can just combine the layers later. Makes my life a lot easier. That means I don't have to worry too much about, getting things perfect. And it's just a flat gray for now. The gaps. It's gonna be a decently, well, not dark background, but it's gonna be a little gloomy because it's space. So I'm not too worried about missing pixels. And if they're like if they show out as being off, I will see them here. So alrighty. So that is that. That's all the characters. I can combine these two. That is character flat. This is reference layer. Yeah. I can just do this and make that one invisible. And so everything in that layer is now a reference layer. I'll fix that in a moment. So I'm using several pens. This one is textured. The other one is just a plain circle and follows the reference layer. So in this case, I put the reference layer on everything on the art folder, which includes the inking, the other layers, the other color layers, and this pen does not follow those reference layers, which means that I can go over, I can be a little messier, and because it's a smaller tip, which I can set up on my own too. It means that I can fill in gaps that the other one does not hit. Ah, and sorry for the nose, by the way. It's hay fever season and I'm feeling it. I need to play with my layers within layers. Like it looks like you have there. Oh, actually, it's not that much layer in layer, as it may look. So I got a folder, the art folder, and then I have the character inks. Let me zoom out so I can show you. So that's all the characters. Then we have the character flat colors, just like that. And we have the background inks, which are these. And then we have the background flat color. And I'm, of course, going to build on top of all these. And, I'm going to have multiply layers and all that jazz. But that's not needed yet. What I need right now is flat colors that I can reference to, so that I'm always set to draw on the flat colors. blue comes from a light purple. Hey, Dawn. Hope you're doing good, sweetheart. There we go. Gotta do details. So very soft blue gray. Because this is the cloud that gives water to everything. So I'm just gonna make another folder, background detail, and characters. Now it's gonna make my life a lot easier, because then I can make another one, background bar. That's gonna be everything, well, not a detail. So I'm just gonna find a color that works. It's gonna be pretty dark. And I see I forgot something. I think that's pretty close. Let's see. So that is just going to be a very basic circle gradient that I need. And so below it, add a little bit more on the center, just like that. And then filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And I want to blur this a lot further. The thing is, this needs to just stand out, right? Like, okay. Okay. No, I don't like it there. Just go. It's only that. Okay. Cold tea. All right. Let's start up front. So we're going to go and make a multiply layer. And so this little icon means that it clips to the layer below. Now if I draw, it will only draw on the flat colors. I can literally make a line like this and it will move over here. It'll be over here, but nothing else. Makes life easy. Next, I'm going to select, this is my reference layer. Reference layers, there we go. And I gotta select everything play. Just like that. And I'm gonna do what's going on here? Oh, it needs to, yeah. Right. Way too dark. Just some casual. Nice. Neighbors. We know, like, we have a ding dong now.
Oh, yeah, ding
um, Selecting multiple layers for effect. Yeah. And it just makes life easy if you know how to do it a little properly. I gotta admit, cell shading is not my forte, but character shading is even less. So I'm just gonna accept my shortcomings. We recently got new neighbors, which is a shame because I really like my previous neighbor. Um, and they are elusive and pretty active at the same time. So we rarely see them, like actually personally, visually see them. But who boy do they exist. And they're not noisy. They're not, well, they're a little noisy, but like they're not trying to cause any problems. It's just, yeah, it's something else. Yeah. I've seen book covers with a person in front and scenery in back, and it's on the same focus. It's a little blur for the background. That would be good in your case. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna blur the background a little bit, um, or at least make it, you know, less solid line, of course. But we're not there yet. We're barely touching the surface on the characters, so just gotta get it done. Not sure for how long I'm going to be able to go for, because I got to get up at 4:30 tomorrow again. And we can go for an hour, and I'm feeling pretty good though. Don't get me wrong. We normally take that color black. This is the texture pen, and the character can use that. It helps to just make your inking and your shading with the same texture if you're using a textured inking, which I always do because it's just pretty. Hassle to flat color, but it's absolutely pretty. There we go. Right, Octas. It doesn't need that much attention. Not even. Just like that. God, I love that pen. Yeah, I gotta do second shade color for Octa's. He looks very flat even with the cell shading. And I expected that because he's so single toned. Um, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't mean all that much work, but it's something that I gotta keep in mind as I go. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Um, that being said, we got pretty far. Got all the flat colors down, and did quite a bit of shell shading already, so we're getting there. Oh, thank you, thank you. Now I'm gonna call it. I of course want to thank my awesome patrons over on Patreon who help me create all kinds of new creatures for Life on Cora. Um, and for €5 a month, you can help me decide on what kind of creature is going to be created next, like this or this or this or this. And next time, we will have the new version of this done. Um, so take care. I will talk to you guys soon, and stay awesome.